Welcome to Studio Chatter. It's March. What have you been up to?
I was outside this weekend. It was lovely.
Oh, it felt so good.
I even played in the dirt a little bit and picked up some debris. And boy, there's a lot of debris.
There is a lot of debris. There's
a lot of debris.
There is. I'm not even, me and Rhett were going to, but then I started down the tax route. I haven't finished my taxes.
There's that.
No one's there to take care of our taxes, so just do it when you want.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? This is true. New government.
Just kidding. Get your taxes in.
We've had a ton of birthdays, guys. Like January, February was full, and now March.
Okay.
So we went and had dinner with all the kiddos to Brick Oven, and we kind of like talked afterwards, and I was like, I think this is the last time. I think Sunday dinner with everyone is going to be, like the kids after about 10 minutes were like running Brick Oven. Like
gotcha.
all over the place, and it's tricky with
I don't
that
think
many.
we've eaten out with all of us for 2 years, and that was on a vacation.
Yeah, it's
Do you guys
tricky.
do that regularly?
We used to with the adults, and then when there was just a few of them, and now it's like a few and far between. But we were trying to all get together with the adults, and it couldn't happen. So everyone's like, just meet on Saturday, and so thank goodness it was quiet in there. But we were crazy. Yeah,
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun crazy though, right?
it is.
Oh, you
It's
have
the best
someone
kind of
behind
crazy.
you.
What is
Special
this?
delivery.
What?
Ew.
Stacy, you okay? She
Well,
loves guests.
I don't know if I have the draw.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, do you remember our guest?
Yes.
Yes, is
And-
that her handwriting?
Oh my goodness, it's waxed, embossed.
Oh my
And
Would you like to
beautiful.
open it? Yes.
Angela Euler, Natasha Lockhart, Stacy Beck, and Angie Murphy. If you remember, we had Jan from
Jan.
the Senior Center on.
I just felt like we could have
Last
talked to her
episode.
for hours.
Oh,
She
yes.
has got
And
so
so-
much.
That handwriting, my goodness, look how beautiful. She has her
Wow,
own
so did
designs.
she hand paint this? Do we know?
I don't know.
We don't know.
Look at that
Let's see,
handwriting.
I don't know,
Oh,
read
that
it
is
too. It's
beautiful.
Calligraphy.
Miss.
Let me
Miss
get my
Stacy.
readers on. Oh,
Have
do you,
me-
Oh,
you
I
have
might
the
need
Southern
my,
drawl.
I might
I
need my
don't.
readers too. Dear ladies, please accept my appreciation for highlighting our senior center. It is, in my opinion, one of the jewels of the lovely community. You are all so very kind and engaging, which made the experience so delightful. The support from all of you,
why
along
she's a
with Pete,
professional.
is what will keep this lovely center going for years. With warmest regards, Jan Carlisle.
wow, bless
Oh,
you.
that's so sweet. Thank
But
you.
Dramadons, I think you guys have a possible new director right here.
I was going to say, or actress.
actress.
Right?
Wow, Natasha.
Natasha.
I think it's only when you're trying to get the attention of the little people.
Oh, so
Gone with
she
the
has-
wind for Natasha.
Right. Oh,
She made us
aren't they
cards.
beautiful?
What?
Now that's her art for certain.
That is
gosh.
gorgeous. Calligraphy. My mom could do calligraphy.
She's
I
a
had-
handmade
Art,
each
right?
of
Oh,
It is.
beautiful. Thank you.
It is beautiful.
Yes, the
Oh,
southern
Jan.
charm and all of the artwork.
How sweet, how sweet.
So kind.
Yes, beautiful.
Oh,
Oh, and these are the ones that you never actually want to use because they're
No.
so pretty, or you find somebody very,
These
very
are just my
special
girls.
that you want to share.
Yeah,
with. Yeah,
girls
mhm.
or sisters,
or
good
somebody,
friends,
or somebody
at the
that would,
theater.
that would appreciate, right?
Yes,
this is funny
appreciate
because
it.
we're talking about Jan, who was on our last episode. And this morning, I actually went to the Meals on Wheels March kickoff.
Oh, tell us.
And so I think it's funny that we're like, the last episode was so great, let's talk about it. So March is Meals on Wheels kickoff. They're doing a big fundraiser. You can hop online on their website and donate. They're so close to being able to meet the needs of 500 qualified seniors to get a nutritious meal and that companionship that, you know,
That companionship
I
is
love
what
that.
got me, that could be the only person that person might see.
yeah. And I love that they said some people can donate time. If you can donate time, they need more volunteers. If you can donate money, donate to this cause where these seniors can be fed. If I can share a quick story, a man in Heber area goes 5 days a week and drops off. And so
my
the woman
goodness.
didn't answer the door, and he had that feeling. So he walked around the house and the window was open and he yelled in, hello, and she yelled, help. So he went back to the front door. It was unlocked. She had fell out of bed over the weekend, broke her hip, and she was there for 2 days. When he said that, we all were just gasping, thinking, this is so critical to have these
No one had checked.
people checking
Right.
on our seniors. Like
Yes.
this is like a lifeline.
Yes.
So again, whatever you can do, and even if it's not on Meals on Wheels, if it's just checking on your
Right.
neighbor, your senior. I also read today that we're the #1 state lowest in isolation for seniors and malnutrition.
Really?
Lieutenant Governor Henderson said, we love being #1, but not with this.
No.
Right.
So we have some stepping up to do.
Yeah, I think we
Really?
think that
That's
they're okay. If we
surprising.
don't hear, then people are fine, right? We're
Yeah.
taking care of this in front of me.
Yeah,
let's take
that's
our-
really
I know.
surprising.
Yeah, so look out for
so
those
maybe
people
we
that
need
might
to
need help.
look for some special people to send our little cards to.
Maybe we
thinking of
do.
you.
Okay.
I had a dear friend just reach out and she asked, hey, can I do something for you? I want to bring you dinner. And of course I would say no, right? And then she's like, any food allergies? I'll bring it tonight. Knowing that I would probably say no, right? And so she did. And it was like that act of kindness is like this. Like sometimes we need to reach and find those people that would otherwise be like, oh, I don't need a meal, I'm fine,
Yeah.
right? And they
Yeah.
really do. I just need kindness. I just need a
Food for
connection.
thought, right?
Yeah.
Just do.
Well, we're grateful for the gift, and we have an amazing
Yes,
show
we
ahead
do.
of us tonight.
Say this last part like Jan.
All right. Well, we have many wonderful guests to talk with. Let's get the chatter started. The time has come to say goodbye to last year's Miss Spanish Fork and become friends with the new crown holder. Let's welcome Maddie Smith, our new Miss Spanish Fork 2025, to the table.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
It's fun to have a familiar face too.
I know.
is.
I'm so excited.
So we know.
Yes.
I feel like we know you.
I know.
We do know
It'll
her.
expand.
Yes,
Yes.
get to know each other better, become besties. Yeah, I'm so
So
excited.
you already feel a little bit comfortable.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because
good.
it was 2 years ago that you competed,
Yeah,
right?
so I competed in 2023. I got first attendant. And yeah, it was amazing. I loved it. I just wanted to be a part of it again. It was so fun. I couldn't wait to be back, do it all. So.
Yay.
What's the difference this time besides being Miss Spanish Fork? Do you just feel like you have a couple years under your belt
Yeah.
of just adulthood? Does
Yeah.
that feel different?
Yeah, I was in high school when I competed last time. I was in my senior year of high school, and then now I've been to 2 years of college.
Yeah.
So I've been able to meet a lot of people and have a lot more life experiences. So I feel more mature and just more ready.
Actually more ready to take
yes,
it on,
yeah,
right?
yeah, a lot more ready. So
Okay.
yeah.
I do totally believe that. In high school, we are great and we know it all, right? But I do think when you jump into that real life, kind of outside of that,
Yeah.
you really gain maybe who you are or
No,
see it
it's
in
true.
a different light,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
In high school, you're trying to connect and be like everyone else, and then you
Yes.
get outside.
Yeah, no, I'm a lot more outgoing. I feel like when I was in high school, I just knew the people that I knew that I went to school with, and now I'm I know people all over, so it's so fun getting to meet all
Where
new
are you
people.
going to school?
I'm at Utah State.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, I'm up in Logan. I love
You've
it
been
up
there for 2 years?
No, this is my first year.
Oh, this is
Yes,
your first year.
Yeah, I was at SUU last year, so I was in Cedar City.
so you
and then
are
I
wow,
transferred.
one
I know.
extreme
I'm
to the
just
other.
opposite sides of
Yes,
Spanish Fork,
yeah.
north,
And
south.
where are
I
you
know
going
everyone.
next fall?
I know. I need to pick a new place now.
Vernal. Is there something mid-ground?
Go
LeVan.
see the dinosaurs. Okay, but what do you think? What has happened? I guess in that whole year or two of growth, what have you learned from yourself? Probably the most.
In myself? That's a hard question. I think I've just become a lot more confident in myself. I just have been able to experience so many new things, and I've been able to have a lot more responsibilities in different ways. And so I just have become more comfortable in myself and in who I am. And so I'm more able to give myself to other people because I feel more comfortable and confident in myself.
I love
Dude,
it.
I could totally see it. I really
Thank
can.
you.
Which is beautiful. I love when someone actually knows their value and knows what they're worth. That being said, tell us a little bit about what your platform is and what you're going to share with the city.
Yeah, my platform is called Embrace Your Beautiful You. So it's about body dysmorphia and disordered eating awareness. I've had a past and a history with disordered eating and eating disorders, and since being on the other side of my recovery, I have found so much love in being able to share my story and help others find love for their bodies. And so that's how I decided on my CSI, and I've loved being able to do all different types of service and all different types of events with it.
Maddie, that's a very vulnerable route to go.
Yeah,
Was that
yeah.
a scary decision to make?
it's like funny. It actually like wasn't. Like I feel like I always like knew that that's, like I always wanted to compete at Miss Spanish Fork, but I never really knew like what I would want my platform or like my CSI to be until I like had those life experiences, and then I was like, wait, this is perfect. Especially being on the other end. Like when I was going through that was like the last thing, because it was so present in my life, and I was like, no, this is not something that I'm ready to talk about. But now being on the other side, I'm like, yeah, this is something that I'm like so passionate about and that I want to share and help others
And
with.
once you get through some of those hard things, you are just like, there's such that desire to really share and advocate, and you're okay because it's now in the past and you can respect what you went through.
Yeah, and helping others know that like there is like there's something on the other side of it. 'Cause I feel like when I was in it, like I didn't know that there was going to be something else, and so now like knowing like how awesome life can be, like when you're out of those like hard times, I'm like, yeah, I want everyone to know that it's possible. So that's what like motivates me, and I'm so excited.
And I think for young women and young girls looking up to you and have that message instead of like we have to be perfect, we should never struggle. Like that's very impactful, I think, especially our society. It's like, look like this, see this, this is what we're doing.
It's so based on appearances and everything.
It is.
Yeah,
You're just golden.
Thank you.
Well, Natasha, you were in the room where it
I was
happened.
there, yes, and yes, she presented herself very well. She had an amazing interview, obviously.
thank you.
She's a beautiful dancer. I think it was, I hope it was a great experience for you. So we're looking forward to the year ahead. So what are you looking to the most?
One of my favorite things, I mean, I bet that like this is everyone's favorite thing, but I love Fiesta Days. I know, I'm like trying to think of something else, but I'm like, that's my favorite. But being able to like be a part of it as like the royalty like a few years ago, I mean, I found like I hadn't gone to all of like the different events that they had, so like being able to be a part of every little thing, now I'm like, even now I just like, I just want it to be July so that we can do all the Fiesta Day stuff, because I'm like so excited.
And that you have that memory of like, hey, this is how it was, what can I do, what do I want it to look like?
Be able to experience it like in a completely different way, because I'm like, I've experienced it that way, and now I experienced it not being in the royalty, and now I get to experience it as Miss Spanish Fork, so I'm like just so excited.
So having had done that 2 years ago, you also know what you're in for every Saturday during the whole summer.
Parades?
Yeah.
Yes.
That cannot be that.
I was like, Stacey, what are they? I was in a graveyard. What is going on?
I was like, wait, what do we do every Saturday?
It's horrible.
She's scared.
Are you ready?
I'm actually so excited.
Okay, good. No, I bet it is so fun.
it is so fun. It is, I mean, some days are so hot, and you're just on there, and there's just, you're just
We need to get
waving,
little
but
fans for them on that little
I think
slope,
they finally
right?
did.
Yeah.
Add
Did they?
fans. I think they did. Maybe it was last year.
Yeah.
So maybe you haven't experienced
I don't
the
think
fans
that we
yet.
did,
So I think they
that
did
would be
add some
nice.
fans. And wasn't it tradition also to maybe wear your cowboy boots
for the Fiesta Days? Yeah,
under-
we wear our
so you're
cowboy
gonna have to
boots, so
have
that's
some
fun.
fancy boots under that dress this year.
But no, I love the parades. It's so fun. It's like one of my favorite things.
Good.
So I'm excited.
Good.
So then will you be moving back to Spanish Fork
For the summer, I will
for
be.
the
yeah.
summer, and then you'll still go back
And
to
then I'll
school.
go back up, yeah,
And then
in the
you'll come
fall.
back on the weekends to maybe share your platform with the schools and all of that. Okay.
Yeah, my family lives in Spanish Fork, so I come down all the time. I love it here.
Okay.
So
And it's
yeah.
is it 2 hours?
Yeah, it's like
If
an
that?
hour and 50 minutes, 2 hours.
okay.
So yeah,
Not
it's
bad.
not bad. But
Well, speaking of family, someone texted me today, hey friend, will you please do me a favor? And I said, of course. Your cute dad texted.
oh no, I knew it was going to be something like that.
And he said that he just wanted you to know how proud he is of you and how much he loves you.
Stop, that's going to make me cry.
Aw.
That's so cute.
And I love
gosh,
that you do have such a good support system and the city is behind you. And I think that's just so beautiful.
That's
Anyway.
so cute. Thank you.
He
Oh
loves
my
you,
gosh.
we love you.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I feel really lucky to also be in your company this summer because we'll be attending Miss Utah to watch
Yay.
that
Yes,
together
oh, I'm so
and make
excited.
all of your notes for the
Yes, I
upcoming
know.
pageant. So, what are kind of your hopes and dreams when you compete at the state pageant?
I just want to leave like feeling my best, and that's how I felt with Miss Spanish Fork too, is that I'm like, no matter what the outcome is, I just wanted to go and I wanted to walk out of interview, walk off on stage question and each part of the competition and just be like, yeah, I just did that and I like felt good about it. And that's what I want like going into Miss Utah also, is just to like leave at the end of the week and just be like, yeah, I did the best that I could and I put everything that I have out there.
Do you remember, Maddie, a time when you made the decision, I want to try out for Miss Spanish Fork? Was that like a little girl or was it more teenager?
It was like both. It was always in the back of my mind. I didn't do pageants or anything growing up, but I always had friends who were involved in pageants and in the organization, but I hadn't ever competed. But I always, like when I was younger, I would see Miss Spanish Fork, like walking around and everything, and I was like, wow, that would be so cool. And then when I got older, I told myself, I was like, it was always in the back of my mind that I was like, yeah, when I'm old enough, like I'm gonna compete. But I didn't have anyone like pushing me to do it. It was kind of just something that I like had on my own, and then I decided to compete, and then I loved it, and I literally have like thought about it like after I competed last time, I just thought about it all the time, and I was like, when do I get to do this again? It's so fun. And then,
Bless you. It sounds horrible to me.
No, I think,
like all that
but I think
attention
there is something to that, especially
Yes.
because you're wanting to come back again. And the girls that maybe ask you like a pageant, why would I do a pageant? But it's really all of those things.
Yeah.
It's more than a pageant,
It's
right?
more than a pageant.
My cute little daughter-in-law has said that. It's like really the friendships that you create, like how you push yourself, trying to figure out who you are, what you want to share.
Yeah, no, it's like, I feel like there's like sometimes like stigmas around like pageants, but I'm like, I truly am I'm such a better person after like competing in Miss Spanish Fork, because I'm like, any job interview that I go to now, like I know how to interview, I know how to talk to people, I'm confident in myself, I'm a better dancer. Like there's so many things that I'm like, I don't think I would have gotten that if I wouldn't have like put myself out there and competed.
Yeah,
Good
some
for you.
things, yeah.
Well, you are
have to
the
be
number
learned.
one recruiter now when anybody asks about the job,
We're gonna
right?
turn them to Maddie.
Absolutely.
Congratulations again.
Thank you so
Congrats.
much.
We hope to have you back again.
Yes, have a
Please
fantastic
have
year.
me. Thank you so much. Thank you guys.
You might need to take a spoonful of sugar for this next task, but extra points for you if you can spell supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. But maybe if we can get some help from our next guests, let's welcome Sarah Bennett and Tyler Dimmick from the Spanish Fork Dromadons to the chatter.
Hello, Mary and Bert.
Yes. You're about to kick it off, right? Mm-hmm. What's the opening date for Mary Poppins?
March 20th.
And how long will it run for?
It goes till the 29th, but it has skips a couple of days. I believe it skips the Monday and the Wednesday.
Okay.
So.
Are you guys ready? Or you need these next 17
Oh, we
days?
definitely need these next 17 days.
It's gonna come together.
Hey,
right?
you've had this part, from what I hear, since last fall. You should have this down.
I know. I should. I should.
You've had other things going on, like you're a senior at Spanish Fork High School.
Yeah.
Are you having a great year?
I'm having such a great year. It's so much fun. I was in Phantom in the fall, and then, which was awesome. And then I know Tyler did a lot of tech for Pirates of Penzance that just closed.
Yes.
So yeah, we've had a really busy year.
Is this your last play of the year?
No, there is one more in May. It's Midsummer Night's Dream.
Okay. But you guys have the leads here.
Yeah,
That's exciting.
that's so exciting. So fun.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
It's so
I'm so
fun.
excited.
Because that's a big part of Mary Poppins is just you too.
You too.
Okay? That is
Yeah.
practically perfect in every way, Mary.
Do you have to have the accent?
Yes.
Okay, let's
Okay.
hear it.
Let's hear
Let's hear
a
the
little.
best. Mary
Oh.
Poppins.
When I say a lot of practically perfect in every way. Is what I say. Is what I say a
So
lot.
much better than me. So good.
And you say,
Oh, I got like, that's more like it. Things are never so bad when you look at them from a little higher up.
Fantastic.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what's your favorite scene or act in the play?
I mean, it's a little bit different from the movie. So in the beginning of Act 2, there's like this evil nanny, and we have like a singing battle, and I like blow her away. So that's we blocked that actually today, and it was a really fun scene to block. I'm very excited.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a twist on it.
It's really, really fun.
That kind of reminds me of Wicked, right? A good and bad.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, what about you?
My favorite is probably Step in Time.
Oh yeah.
Because
course.
it's a tap number.
Yeah.
and I've been practicing a little bit, so.
Did you know tap?
Yeah.
I had like a little bit of experience, but then I was like taking lessons like over last semester and stuff. So I've been trying to get it to be good. I hope.
Okay.
Yeah, he's far more prepared than I am on the dancing.
Yeah.
I'm kind of I'm kind of taller, and so because I've been doing theater since my like 7th grade year, and so I've always kind of been in the back of dances, and now I'm kind of in the front, and I'm like, I really hope I'm not messing this up.
Usually following the lead, and now you are the lead.
Yeah.
So you started acting like in 7th grade?
Yeah, actually, I did my elementary school musical in 6th grade.
Okay.
We were Seussical. I was Cat in the Hat.
I was in that
Oh,
one,
you
too.
got the lead?
You were in that. He was in that one too.
You too?
I was Mr. Mayor.
At Riverview Elementary.
So you were both in the same?
Yes.
Oh.
He's a year younger though, so he's a junior. I'm a senior.
Oh my gosh, and now here you are wrapping it up. I was going to say he's a junior again and you're a senior, but in elementary, obviously, you were
Yeah.
not a junior.
That's got held
5th
back.
grade, 6th grade.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so-
cool.
So when you're making reference to the movie, there's an old version and a newer version. So which version are you portraying?
Definitely the old one.
The older one,
original
okay.
one, yeah.
Yeah, the Mary Poppins Returns, it's nothing like that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's very much. I mean, even like it's very different from the movie. I mean, there are still songs that you guys recognize, like "Spoonful of Sugar" and "Supercalifragilistic" and stuff like that. But then there's also newer songs and newer development for each of the characters. So,
Great show for kids.
yes, absolutely, wonderful show for kids.
Okay. Okay.
I was just going to say my granddaughter just did a dance for one of her competitions to A Spoonful of
yeah.
Sugar,
Oh,
and it just
really?
made my heart melt.
You need to take her.
I
She's
do
gonna
need to
love
take
it.
her. I was
Yes.
just thinking about that. So are tickets on sale right now?
Yes, they
Yes.
are. If you go to dramadons.com,
Okay.
there's tickets that if you go and you can do Get Involved, I believe, and that's where you can find the tickets. And so yeah, and they're already on sale. So and some of them are already sold. So
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't get any better than the new Spanish Fork High School Theater, right? Have you guys loved it?
yeah.
Yes, it's so nice, especially because I've started doing more tech this year. It's just all the new stuff is just so incredible.
Oh,
Yeah.
we had one of the tech people from
Gavin Lee.
Phantom.
Was it?
Yes.
Gavin Lee.
Yeah.
Did he do Phantom? Yeah, and he was just like,
We're blown away, like the top in the country for like the music and lights.
Yeah.
Is it the light board or the sound
The
board?
light board, there's only
Light board.
like 3 in the state.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, so that's Gavin Lee. He's our tech representative.
Okay.
So,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
What about wardrobe? I would think wardrobe would be super fun.
Oh, of course she would.
Yes, with the umbrella. Do you guys fly?
We do
We
fly.
do fly.
Oh, wow.
Really are? Have you practiced?
No.
We get 3 days before opening night to practice.
So we have we have 3 dress rehearsals, and so before those dress rehearsals, we're gonna have. So we'll only have practice flying for the dress rehearsals and then the performance. So,
Is that scary?
yes, very.
So tell us
Really?
about that.
Okay.
Like, are you like, do you know
So-
how you're going to be hooked in or anything?
So we set our measurements. I'm assuming it's kind
Yeah,
of a
it's like a
harness.
harness.
Okay.
So I fly in at the beginning of Act 1, fly out end of Act 1, fly in at beginning of Act 2, and then fly out end of Act 2, I believe. And then
Yeah.
he.
During step-in time, I walk up the proscenium, so I just go all the way across.
Oh
Yeah.
my
So
gosh,
cool.
the kids are going to love this.
Yeah.
They're the grown-ups.
Right. What about the
Oh,
tea
wow.
party where they float up? Do you
That's
do
actually
anything
not
like
in
that?
the
That one's not in
It's
it.
not.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you
So
remember this? Have you watched it
I
recently?
love Mary Poppins.
Oh, wow.
I grew
Can't you tell
up
the
watching that.
enthusiasm?
Yeah. It's almost like traditions. Oh, guys, I'm excited. Okay, well, would you mind sharing with us just a little like dialogue or song or something
Okay.
together?
Do you want to pick the note? Because I don't know what key we're in.
Just do chim chimney.
Chim, chim, chimney.
Yeah,
Okay.
ready?
Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cherry. A sweep is as lucky can be.
Is that right?
Chim.
Sorry.
It's the same note, I think. Yeah. Chim chim chim.
Sorry. Chim chimney,
Chim chimney, chim chim cherry.
A sweep
Sweep is as lucky can be. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cherry.
Well, good luck will rub off when he shakes hands with you.
Or blow me a kiss,
But
and that's lucky too.
a little rough without the music.
That was
for
fantastic.
you too. I was like, when did I start? I'm just so engaged.
I love it. I
do
can't carry a
too.
tune at all, so, I think
So what
it's
about
fantastic.
future aspirations? So after high school, after Mary Poppins, what's next?
So I'm going to college. I got accepted to BYU and I'm going to their
Congratulations.
pre-acting program. So
Are you
I'll do,
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'll do 1 year of just generals and then a regular like pre-acting class, and then I'll audition at the end of my freshman year for the acting program. So
Congratulations.
Yay, I love that.
That's awesome.
I still got one more
You
year
have
in
one
high
more year.
school.
Yes, you
Okay.
do.
And then I'll probably serve a mission for the
Okay.
church. And then I haven't decided what school I'm going to go to, but I still want to go into theater. So
Do you? Okay.
I love that.
That's awesome. You guys have great background. Like
yeah.
Andy over the Drama Dons. It has been so fun to get to know so many of the students go through. We've had so many different people on over the years.
Yep,
it's been so fun.
You
Yeah.
guys are super talented. I can't even believe it at high school just at this point. I hope you guys just sell.
Well, we'll be in the audience
Yes.
cheering you guys on.
Yes.
Thanks for stopping by. Everybody else, get your tickets. I know that nobody around here is just looking for something to do, but our next guest can help us find those activities that will actually make an impact. Let's welcome Melissa Draper with the Do Something More podcast to the table.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
It's good to meet you.
Yeah, nice to be
joining
here.
us.
Thank you.
Monica Bambro, who's been our service lady, offered your name as a suggestion. I went to your Instagram and I was like, this is a beautiful woman. We need to
Oh,
talk to
you're
you
so
about what
sweet.
you're doing.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about you. Yeah.
Yeah, so I live in Payson, Utah, mom of 4 kids, and I have this podcast called the Do Something More podcast, and it's all about service and volunteering. So my tagline with it is I highlight the helpers who inspire us all to do something more. So my goal is to highlight those that are doing good in their communities, a lot of nonprofits, and really just regular people too. And then I use those stories to hopefully inspire others to want to do service and give back.
Wow. And when did you start this?
It's almost 2 years now.
Okay. So what number of episode are you on?
I just did episode number 87.
Wow.
That is a lot. So
Closing
what
in
does
on
that look
100.
like? Like once a month,
Once a week?
Once a
Yeah,
week?
weekly. So I do weekly
Okay.
episodes, and I do 2 interview shows, and then I do a solo one. So my solo one is me just giving general tips and advice on ways that people can make service part of their everyday life.
And are you just doing that production in your home? What does that look like? Did you
Yes.
start with just an iPhone? Like, how was that?
No, I do have a little microphone.
Okay, good.
But yep, it's right. A lot of my shows I record right at my kitchen table.
Wow.
Or
cool.
down in the basement if my kids are home. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, and I do all my editing. I do everything myself. It's a one-woman show.
That is so cool.
And
Yeah.
you do it all for free. Or are you
Yes.
starting to get sponsors? or
No,
anything?
I do it with the same heart that a lot of the nonprofits
Yes.
I feature do, just to inspire and to do good.
Oh,
So
that is
that was my original
amazing.
goal with it. Yeah.
Wow, especially raising a family. Like, really, how do you carve out the time?
Well, it's I don't
send them
know.
to
It's my
school?
passion. Yeah, it's
Okay.
usually
It's
when
kinda
they're
like
at
your
school.
hobby.
Okay.
And I got my degree in broadcast journalism.
Okay.
So I worked in radio and the beginnings of podcasting, and knew I always wanted to do a podcast and held on to that dream. I chose to be a stay-at-home mom for a while.
Okay.
And then came back to it. So I wanted to do a podcast before most people knew what podcasts were.
Oh,
my goodness.
So
cool.
it really was, it's been the fulfilling of a dream for me.
Oh,
It's
I
something
love
I've
that.
loved to do. So it's combining all my passions of broadcasting, talking to different people, highlighting service. It's just kind of combined everything into one.
I'm assuming everyone you interview is from Utah.
No,
Oh.
it's not. I have interviews and guests from all over. So one that I love that I recently did was Lenore Skenazy. She's been featured in media outlets all over the country with the Free Range Kids movement. And
Please tell us. I do not know.
so she started a nonprofit called Let Grow that encourages parents and communities to encourage free play in children. And so I was able to get her out to come on my podcast, which was really awesome.
Yeah.
And so that was one of the ones I most recently highlighted. That's a nationally known nonprofit. She's located in New York. And
Really?
so, but a lot of them have been from Utah just because those are the ones I naturally meet at
Right.
different things. So I've had a little bit of both.
Okay, and how long is your like when you do an interview? 30 minutes?
Yeah, about
60?
30 minutes long.
Okay.
Yep.
So digestible, because there's some podcasts I listen to that are 30, But then you go to do it and you're like, whew, 2 hours,
right?
45
Like,
minutes, all right.
In the car, I'll
Yeah.
stop, do a half an
Yeah.
hour. I think that half an hour marker is
Yes.
beautiful. It is, yeah.
And you can
digest one.
actually do something with the information you learned instead of kind of being overwhelmed by it. So
Yeah,
that's-
totally.
I like that too.
I want to hear one that maybe has surprised you. Has there been anyone that you're like, wow?
That's a good question. I'm always surprised when I hear how a lot of these nonprofits, how they were inspired to start them. I used to think, oh, it's someone that experienced something difficult and then they started a nonprofit. That was one I thought was common. But some people, it's just an idea that came to their mind and it comes back over and over again and then they decide to start their nonprofit. Or some just have a cause that they feel passionate about and they learn about from somebody else and they decide to start a nonprofit. And so I think that's what surprises me is that there's so many people that actually get these inspiring ideas and then go the distance to act on it and to form these organizations. So
I love it.
it's inspiring.
It is
I
inspiring.
bet.
I was just going to ask you, so there's different styles and topics and different ways that you're connecting audiences and people. What is your favorite platform to like do a solo, nonprofit? Like what's your best mode in all of it?
Oh, well, I love doing my interview episodes just because I love learning more, and the public relations side of me really wants to make them shine and make them look good in that interview too.
That's so sweet.
So everybody,
Most people, it's about me, right?
yeah. No, my goal, because a lot of these nonprofits I talk to as well, some of them have never been on a podcast or they've never done anything like that, and it's a little scary.
Yeah.
And so I love just giving them the opportunity to talk about their passion and what
And
they're
then
doing.
they're also able to use that and share it on their platforms, website, Instagram, whatever. Like,
Yes,
right?
yeah, all of them on my social media I collaborate with, and that's been a really great experience too.
What are you looking forward to? Is there one that you're just like dying to interview or a few on your wish list?
That's a good question. I've interviewed some really awesome ones. Some coming up is the one I'm going to do this next week is the Birthday Box Foundation. That's one that's here in Utah.
I do not know about that one.
Just about a year old. She started it. They give a whole birthday kit to kids and from needy families. And so they've just been doing it for a year, but doing so many awesome things. And another one I have coming up is the Turtle Shell Project. And this was a woman that had suffered from addiction herself and homelessness, and she now makes these kind of shelters and things that they give to homeless people. And so that's a really inspiring story behind it. So I'm really excited to listen to her story and have her on. So those are
So do you always have a waiting list of guests?
I have a few that reach out to me, but a
Okay.
lot of the ones I go and find them myself.
Oh, perfect.
And
Okay.
and I'm trying to have a variety of areas that people are focusing on where they're helping. I try to kind of mix it up and have a little variety in there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What about some examples of service? Like, I know some people are looking to serve, or so if we listen to your podcast, maybe Natasha, if you're looking to step outside of yourself and maybe do an act of service.
Yes, so
What's some ideas?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So with the nonprofits themselves, they always give how you can get involved if you listen to one that you really love. I always ask each of them at the end of the episode general advice that they have for getting involved in their in that kind of cause in your community. So that's a great place to start, is to just look for the nonprofits, especially ones that align with the causes that are important to you, and find ways to volunteer. But then, yes, I love doing my solo episodes because I try to really, really break it down to the simplest things that you can do. So one of my favorite ones I did was the power of a compliment. And I told a story that I had of giving a compliment and the difference that made for someone. So simple things like that. The last solo one I did was phrases you can use to help someone. And so I talked about those situations that you sometimes walk into with strangers or family or friends, and you want to help, you see somewhere you want to jump in, but lots of times we have no idea what to say.
Right, or don't want to like make them feel
you
bad.
don't want to offend someone.
Yeah.
So that whole episode, I shared simple phrases that you can use in those situations. And then I also gave encouragement and said, don't let the fear of offending keep you from helping out.
Right. If you have that little something egging at you, just act on it.
Yeah.
Just do it. My mom always used to tell me, if it's something good, what bad could come out of it, right?
Right.
Just do your best to be sensitive, but just do some good.
Right. And serving and giving back really is a skill, just like riding a bike
Yeah.
or learning how to talk to people. It's a skill, and the more you do it, the more natural that it feels. So I try to cover everything, the formal volunteering, serving, signing up things, the getting your family involved with it, or even just the everyday, if you're a busy person but you wanted to always give back, simple ideas to make it part of your
I
life.
love what you just said involving family. I was at an event this morning.
Yes.
Bronson Kafusi, his mom is the mayor of Provo right now, and he was an NFL player. And he was telling stories of his parents when he was a young child, taking him to visit seniors in the community. And he remembers going and visiting regularly. And I just thought, what a powerful duo of mom and dad setting that example young. That's so important, because you said some people kind of have that fear of maybe serving, but if you grow up doing it, by the time you're a teenager or an adult, it's not so scary because you've done it.
It becomes very natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that how you were raised?
Yes. I get asked, where did you get your love of volunteering? And that's my answer, is my mom and dad. Yeah,
Okay.
Of course.
They
Well,
were
makes
great
sense.
examples to me, and yeah.
Well, I'm going to add you to my
Me too.
follow.
Right?
Yeah,
My podcast,
yes,
to and
yes.
from work. I
Yes,
think this one
great.
would, fill our souls.
It is. It's
Yeah.
inspiring.
Thanks for
you.
joining
Thanks
us.
so much, Melissa.
Yep. Thank you for having me.
And to continue on the theme of service, let's welcome our local service project expert, Monica Bamborough, to the table.
Oh, thank you. That's a nice new title.
Welcome back.
It's our best dressed, most knowledgeable, most serviceable lady.
Oh, that's sweet.
Wow.
Thank you.
Truly.
Oh, thank
You're
you.
always darling, but just amazing.
Oh, thank you.
So what are you here to talk to us about today?
I'm here to talk to you about Feed Utah. And that's coming
dive
up
in.
really quick.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's 12 days away. And
Well, so it's March.
so it's March 15th. And
Okay.
we're hoping to have a stellar year and to even outdo last year, which was amazing in itself.
So let's talk about
Yes.
that first. So what did last year look like?
So last year we were able to grow 34% in our donations.
That's incredible.
It is incredible. I mean, the state stepped up, communities stepped up, the youth stepped up in gathering, churches stepped up to pass out flyers and advertise it better. So we're getting better every year, just a little bit better. And so hopefully the trends go with that, with the donations as well.
So what have you done to maybe increase?
I think just more word of mouth and better advertising.
Okay.
In the past, it was really run by the Utah Food Bank, but they've spread it out to have more people involved. The more people you involve, the better results you'll have.
Okay.
More people will get involved, and so I think that has really proven to be true.
So tell us, how does the drive work?
Yes.
From beginning to end.
Oh, from beginning to end. Okay. So youth pass out the door hangers, which they receive from their local churches.
Okay.
And hopefully that gets people going like, okay, I need to find food. Maybe I need to look for some of those bulk food buys that are coming up, you know, stock
Which
up
I think
sales.
Macy's food lot,
Yes.
case lot is on right now.
Yeah, so look
good
for a
timing.
case lot, find something cheap, get that going, maybe
Okay.
go through the pantry that you already have food in. And if you have food that's 2023 and newer, that's what they need. Because
Even 2023?
2023, if you do anything older than that, it usually ends up getting thrown away.
Well, I hope so.
And
My
so-
kids would make fun of me if I served them something.
We've actually learned that here maybe before, and maybe it was when Wendy was here, that if something really, if it says that it's, shelf life is still beyond, so 2 years beyond what shelf life really is.
Is correct.
That's
So,
good
yeah,
knowledge.
because my kids have even said, I'm
that's
like,
okay.
You're fine.
You're gonna live. You're gonna live. I
No,
promise
you'll be
you.
just
Could you talk to my adult 32-year-olds?
Oh, I know. Same.
So really, we just can't have anything donated beyond that because then
Okay.
they have to take care of it. And it's not to empty out your
Right.
food storage
Right.
and get everything to the food bank. It's, okay, let me look at the dates. What do they need? They have a list of the things that they need.
Oh,
so
good.
see if you can find those items.
Will that be on the door hanger?
That shouldn't be on the door hanger, but it will always be on the website.
Okay. And do you know off the top of your head what kind of things they're normally looking for?
They're usually looking for proteins,
Okay.
lots of proteins. You know, mac and
Beans and
cheese
peanut
is always
butter.
good. Peanut butter, meats.
Okay.
So canned chicken, canned beef, things like that.
I was looking for the same thing. Okay.
It's a good source of protein for the children. You
Not
know,
a
but
bunch
we
of green beans.
Yeah, we got a lot of green beans. So anything.
I'll take those. I
bigger.
like the green beans.
Yeah, like more substance.
Soup also?
Soup
maybe?
is always good.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's dry goods. So any canned items, any boxed items, bagged items like pasta, rice packets, you know, all those kind
Sure.
of things that are dry are okay.
So then what do we do with them? The volunteers put the thing on, we collect our food, then what?
Just make sure that it's on your doorstep by 9 a.m.
Okay.
on the 15th, and the youth should come through and get it. And if for some reason you miss us, we miss you, or maybe you completely missed the food drive and you see this later, you can drop food off at Tabitha's Way in Spanish Fork, or the Utah Food Bank at the Timpanogos location, which is in Springville. That's the new location that services us.
Ooh, awesome.
But hopefully you're there and you've got it ready, and then they will take it to the donation sites, which are Macy's Spanish Fork, Macy's Santaquin, Tabitha's Way, and the Utah Food Bank.
So you can shop at Macy's during their case lot and then donate it right there and call it good.
Yes.
Just say I want
Yes.
to do a can of pinto beans or
Well,
whatever.
step it up. Do 2 cans.
Do 2 cans. Everyone will take pinto beans.
I will do a case of pinto beans.
Like last year, it was so cute. I mean, people would go inside the store to Macy's shop and bring out and just put it right in the Gaylord, which is the bins that
that's
they
awesome.
fill. And so
That makes it easier for everyone.
Yeah, it
so
does.
if you just go shopping on the 15th and see the bins out there,
That's
drop
right.
some food in there. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
And they were awesome last
what
year.
if people want to help volunteer? Or then what does it do? Do people have to sort the food and then get it to
Absolutely.
where they're going?
Yes, so it's been a really hard year for a lot of people. You know, cost of living is up, food is up, a lot of layoffs. So they might be thinking, I can't donate to this. I can't do anything. Absolutely, you can. You can donate your services. You can always find a way to serve. If you don't have the money, just jump in and help, like you're saying. So contact Tabitha's Way to find a time after the drive to help sort or to help receive the day of. And you can also always go to Just Serve. So justserve.org. And
Remember, we've
you can
talked
get all
about that.
kinds of service projects there beyond this.
They also have an app, correct?
Yes.
Just Serve?
Yes. So the app, get that on your phone anytime you want to look for something to do, then it's good.
I know you have a list of kind of statistics
Yeah.
and things that
Yes.
we face as a community that's facing hunger.
Yes.
Share with
So
us.
well, I'll start with Spanish Fork and then go to a broader number.
Love it.
So in Spanish Fork, we have Tabitha's Way, and that serves the surrounding areas, even down to Nephi. So we have a lot of people coming in, and so we need a lot of food. And on the donation day last year, we gathered 98,000 pounds of food. And that was 36,000 pounds at Spanish Fork Macy's, 21,000 pounds at Santaquin Macy's, and at the pantry site itself, 39,000 pounds.
I can't even fathom what that looks like, right?
The lines are really long, dropping off and putting them in, and then shipping them all to Tabitha's Way. Whatever doesn't fit there then goes to the Utah Food Bank because they have a larger space. And in time, it could funnel back to Tabitha's Way.
Got you.
Because that does
But just
feed Tabitha's Way.
that just you can just see the open hearts of a big community giving to those who need it.
Oh, yeah.
Like that is just a good feeling.
Yeah, and then when you go broader and you talk about maybe what the Associated Food Stores have collected, they collected 652,000 pounds of food.
Wow.
I'm sorry, meals. They did it by meals, and that is basically serving a family of 8 for 75 years. So
Blessed, right?
that's amazing for one day. But
That
the thing
truly
is,
is.
we really go through that, and that's why we have to do
How
this
fast do we go through
year-round.
that?
By fall, they're definitely having empty Gaylords.
Okay.
And they really need more food coming in because then they start into the holidays and all the food that needs to be used for that. But they do love getting food year round. So this is not the only time. Don't just think I donated for the food drive and now I'm done. They need full shelves all the time. And food insecurity has grown 30% in our area.
Well, good thing they
Year
upped it
over
last
year.
of giving.
Right.
But then 30 years, 30% before that, 30% before that. So, you know, it's
Oh,
just
year over
it's
year.
just year over year, it just keeps continuing. So if we can grow at 34% last year in donations, maybe we can do that again. And so that's the impact that's coming from this time. It's like, okay, we have 30% more need, but we're matching it with a 34% increase in donations.
Well, I
So-
even worry about the summer coming up and some of the kids that are going home in the summer that don't have access to
food.
To food.
And you know, further on that, separate from the food drive, you can always find the Utah Food Bank mobile lunch and just find their locations where they're giving out food. And if you need help with that, definitely reach out and get help with that, because we do want to feed our families. We don't want anyone to go hungry.
All right, well, remind us the date one more time and everybody can get their food
Okay,
out.
March 15th by 9 a.m.
Got it.
Thank you,
so much.
Monica.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, ladies, what did we learn today?
It was I don't want to say heavy, but a lot of service,
It's
ton of
great,
service.
right? Yeah.
Like that was a feel-good
Yes.
interview with several of them.
It was, with a little bit of sing-song at the end to
yeah,
make us
to wrap
happy.
it up.
Practically perfect. Come on, Natasha, just say it for us.
Practically perfect.
Oh,
Natasha needs to go, like, audition
yep,
for a
we
play
need to
over
send
there.
you off.
Could
Send you off to
please?
college
No,
and you can apply.
well, what I should do, and I should have done this a long
my
time ago,
gosh,
was to get
cheat.
my studio to do voiceovers and voice production.
You should.
I want to narrate audiobooks.
Thank
do?
you.
Yes.
Okay, Stacy should write a book, and then
I will narrate it.
I can't-
Yes, I would
and
love
I will
to do
just
that.
promote it.
Yeah, Stacy should be so proud of me. So I'm actually in a book club now.
What?
I
Did you
know.
tell them you don't read?
You don't. You just show up and you just listen.
Kind of. I have to
I know that's
listen
a
a lot.
prerequisite in most clubs. You need to read, honey.
Yes, I'm doing my reading by audio. But it's been fun. So it's actually it's a virtual book club with my cousins that are in Colorado, and
now that's fun.
when
That is
we
fun.
review the book on Sundays. And so yeah, I've actually done a couple on my own.
Okay, I want to
Oh
hear
my
what
goodness,
have you
thank
read that you've enjoyed that you would dare admit that you read to in public. Remember.
So actually, because I was, the season, the night that she won Miss America, it's super fun, kind of mysterious.
I was gonna
and
say, it
fun.
sounds really
kind of set in the 1950s era. So the night that she actually won, and then the story that surrounds that. So that was a lot of fun. And then I'm trying to think what the name of the one is now. It's like the secrets you keep. No, so I can't remember. I'd have to look, but. And then the one before that was Comfort and Joy. So it was kind of in the December time frame.
Okay.
It was a Kristen Hanna.
And sometimes it's just fun to
Hannah's
like
awesome.
fill your thoughts with something
different
else.
than what she usually has. It was good. It was very seasonal, but it was good. Fantasy almost.
Can you tell what kind this is?
Well, I haven't taken a bite. Let's see.
It looks like cookie dough.
No, it's not.
No?
Reese's
No, it has a flavor that I don't know if I
butter
love.
pecan,
Burnt.
pralines and cream.
It's a caramel something
Salted. Salted.
truffle.
Wow.
I love handles.
Salted caramel. And
I can
something
taste the
truffle.
salted.
I love salted caramel, but there's something in here.
I
I'm
mean,
like,
we're not stopping,
I do
so.
I don't really love it, but
Our Miss Spanish Fork, she's going to be amazing.
Isn't she a
She
gem?
is confident. She's beautiful. She has a beautiful message. I'm really excited to see what she's going to do this year for the community. I think she's going to be a good I mean, all of them are, right? All of them are fabulous women.
they all bring something different.
But I feel like we kind of know her for, I don't know,
know.
sometimes you feel more connected to one.
Yeah.
Just because you know them.
Coming in strong. And we wish Hope the best. You'll be going to Miss Utah in June?
That's crazy that's
I know.
right
I can't
here.
believe that. Yes, we're almost there. Also, what it was snowing yesterday. and
We
then it
just
will be
had her on
spring.
the show.
I know. It goes by so fast.
Life.
What's your biggest thing you have coming up in March?
Everything. So our weekends. I was actually just telling Pete before the show today. I said our March is just out of control. Like the weekends are just stacked. So it's dance competition, skating competition, dance competition, skating competition, and then it's soccer on top of that. So we're just gonna
That's crazy.
divide and conquer. Oh, it's
So
fantastic.
does Keith ever get to the dancing?
Yeah, sometimes, and then we and I think those two competitions are in Utah County, so that we can kind of go to the other one's activity. It's crazy, but we love it.
Crazy is fun. But Noxie started like basketball and baseball again, and I was like, oh, I love to just be outside and sit at a game and like nothingness, right? Just sitting there in the sun and just watching it go. So we'll be going down to St. George like the third week, I think, to watch him.
I think that's the weekend we're going.
Are you? Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll have to come say hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
So that, and I have a bunch of birthdays. I'm going to take
More
the girls
birthdays?
out. Well, Mallory and Savannah
Are both in March.
So we're going to go for brunch. Like we all went out together Saturday night to kind of celebrate because Taylor's was in February at the end. It was
Oh, wow.
Betty. But just the girls. I'm trying to like create some new traditions. So yeah.
I feel like your family's heavy on the birthdays the front end of the year, like
Yes.
January, February, March. I guess I think we have 2.
2?
And
I
then
have so many.
Ours is all like one, and then it's
Just crazy
late
in
summer
the
to fall.
summer. We have like 3 in the summer. Now we'll have the new grandbaby. Kinsey's due in June, so that'll be fun. We'll have a June baby.
okay.
So yeah, I don't know. Just getting going. I need the sun.
Yep.
I need the
Yeah.
sun. It does do something to
Just
you.
opening up I opened up some windows on Sunday afternoon and just let some fresh air come in. Spring is in the air.
Yes, and then
Enjoy
will probably
it.
be the next time we get together. Maybe we'll be talking to some guests, helping us with
Spring cleaning.
Spring
I'm gonna
cleaning and
pay
spring
my daughter
fashion.
to come
and
help me.
planting and all the things, right? Thanks for being here with us. We hope you've enjoyed the conversation. If you learned something new, please tell a friend about us.